I don't just go through someone else's desk like that. Invasion of privacy. Oh my god.
There's that little tiny Asus for you guys.
Never had one. They got a big one.
See that?
Is somebody else gonna hold it up?
No.
I can't hold it up with one hand.
You're the
I don't
official.
have these muscles.
I don't have these muscles.
Look, he's gonna drop it. Oh, fuck the inches on that side. Those are centimeters, bro. No, don't go all the way in. Fold this glass.
No, you gotta remember. There's a spacer on there. Like a millimeter?
Scientifically designed space in between
inch and a half.
the glass.
Inch and a half.
It allows these systems to...
Samuel. Look at that gap. It's like 2.5 inches. Less.
2 inches.
Well, no, you're going to the edge. You want to go to the glass, right? So, just before.
You want to go to the edge of the case, not the glass.
I thought you said they wanted to know what the clearance was to the glass.
Not the edge of the case.
Oh, well, you didn't say that. You said the glass earlier.
That's 2 inches, right?
Yeah, we'll say 2 inches. Put it right up against the edge.
1.75?
Sure.
Oh my god, it's 2, fool.
No, you don't want
He said to the edge of the case, not to the glass.
Oh.
So he told us the wrong information the first time.
Go like this. Now go under.
No, go under. Look. No, it doesn't work that way. Look, that's 12, 11.
It doesn't work this
It's
way
an inch and a
either,
half. It's
then.
an inch and a half. It doesn't matter.
It's an inch and a half. Relax. Abracadabra. We'll give it like an inch and a half almost. It's the line right before the half. So an inch and whatever that line is. That's a quarter.
It's like 7.
It's like 1.25.
1.25?
What?
It's more than that. It's like
You know 1.25 is a quarter, right?
A quarter?
Yeah. He said it's right under the half.
It's right under the half. Like right here, this one.
It's
one
1
right
and 7/16.
You gonna put that in? You didn't fix it. I didn't say you typed. You didn't even delete it. Fix it. Dang, that's like 2.5 inches or something.
You're measuring to the plate though. You gotta measure to the edge of the cooler.
Oh, that's right. Like 1.5? 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5. When you get a second, I want to talk.
5 cases?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lynx, Slade, Lumos, Velox, Eventum.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, you probably can't be showing this part.
So like, you know when sometimes you order something like a computer and and they get back to you, customer service is like, there are some unforeseen delays, and we just wanted to show you guys a good example of some unforeseen delays.
I'm gonna wait for Vu to come here. But this is the reason why sometimes we have delays, okay? We needed Wi-Fi dongles, right? USB dongle, 300 pieces ordered. And I said to myself, let's be smart. Check the box, make sure it's the right product and the right PO. So I opened this one, right? PO 1454. I opened the box, I counted 102 dongles. And I go, we still need 198. This is about the same size. No way it fit. And I grabbed this box, right? And I double checked the PO 1454, same PO, right?
It's books in Spanish, boo.
For you, Little Uzi, a Rob Zombie poster.
What happened, man?
Same way.
Someone put the wrong label on is what happened.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
The Spanish teacher.
Brand new.
The Spanish teacher received a bunch of USB dongles. What the heck?
Okay.
Actually, I can learn Spanish.
Text me with the tracking number for this, and I contact Amazon.
Yeah.
It's two mama, two.
It's on video. I'm gonna still partially receive, okay?
Okay. Text me the tracking number.
Yeah.
Throw on my mask.
How's it going today?
Good. Just getting set up. Working on the guides. It's pretty much what I do every day right now is working on the guides. You come around, I'll show you what I'm working on. So I'm doing the power supply replacement guide for the Lynx, and just going over every little thing, like how to take off the panels, types of power supplies, just a lot of stuff. Got that set up there. And then I've got a computer here that I do some of the shots on, and actually behind you on the floor is the other computer I use. Because some of these things, like these cables here, like they're cool, but when they're up here in the top of your case, you can't see what I'm taking photos of. So I kind of use that as my X-ray sort of photo system. But yeah, just going through. I just finished getting the last thing unplugged, so now I move on to showing how we get the power supply actually out of the system. So this one, for example, there's this little plate here. So the power supply is bolted to this back plate. You undo these, and then this would come out. Now that's going to be different, like Velox. If you see on the back of Velox, there's a different system there. So Velox doesn't have that plate, and instead Velox has this metal cover, the power supply shroud, that actually can come off.
Okay.
So that one's going to be a little bit different. Plus, this is an invert build, and then the wiring. I don't know if I. Yeah. So if you look on the back side here, you know, all the different hard drives and SSDs and things go different places. So those are the things that I'll probably have to make call outs for people. So just to make things easier, that's like, I think you can, let's see, I can go here, and I think I can just blast through, and you can see this is just one of my SD card dumps. There's like 2 or 3. So there's a lot of photos, and sometimes I have to get the photos in the system, you know, and then see, like, this is what I was on about, like here, no way I could show that being up in this corner. But then you take the photos a bunch of times, like here, like what am I taking? I have no idea. Like sometimes I can barely even see what I'm taking a photo of, so I just have to do it 2 or 3 times.
So these are sort of guides that you can like use towards any system, basically. It doesn't have to be like ours specifically.
The power supply, they're all system-specific guides, but a lot of the content for certain guides will be generic. Okay. So like for the Velox, I did the Lynx video card receiving guide. But Velox is an invert chassis. So, there. Now I have an invert chassis. Because the same principles still apply about like accessing the video card. There's a few things that are maybe a little slightly different with the screws. Like some cases might have thumb screws versus Phillips head screws. But other than that, it's all, you know, that element is the same. Then there's something different, like if the power supply cables will come out from here instead of here, then, you know, I'll make a call out or show that, or. But that helps to save a lot of time because the bulk of the information is the same, and then I'm not redoing the same exact stuff over and over again for no reason. That'd just be, it wouldn't be a good use of time. So I think the only exception for the video card was the Bolt-X. Bolt-X, probably like 80% of that guide is for Bolt-X because it's very specific and unique. And there was a lot of challenges with fitting some of the larger video cards in there. So, you know, if there's any problems that I run into, then I'll go ahead and I'll grab the bespoke system and I'll make that content and make sure that everything is covered and any problems that customers might run into are addressed. But yeah, that's kind of the process of what I'm doing right now.
A computer. Time out. Troubleshooting a computer. So one of these computers that we got is not working. This is a jumper. It just bridges 2 pins on the 24 pin, and when those 2 pins are bridged, the power supply will jump, you know, so essentially turn on. But unfortunately, as you can see, it should just turn on and stay on, right? But it's not. So there's something wrong. Bad wiring. Maybe the wires are plugged in wrong. So, I mean, that light's always, it stays on. So I only plugged in one thing. So I know I start plugging in things one by one. This way you can find out what is the problem. So if I plug something in and the system just turns off, then I know it's that wire that's the issue. Did it just turn off? Yeah, I figured. So, plug in. Plug that in, and then I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. Ta-da!
So just bad LED strip?
Yep, just a bad LED strip. All I can think of is something is clipped and it was shorting. I found the problem. So if you look back here, you'll see that, right? You see that dent? Underneath this is a copper contact. So because of that, this right here, underneath that hole, That was probably on a screw. Yep, it was on a screw of some sort. Or it was either on a screw or a, what are they called? Rivet. And that was essentially shorting the entire thing. Okay, yeah, cool. Just switch the strip and you're good to go. All right, we're done. Problem solving. What?